All right, welcome to the Ruta del Sol live stream. This is our second live stream following uh the the Apple story. Our past live. If you were there, you'd remember that we had a motivational story or motivational commentary on job speech that he did on Stanford. So our main topic for today is the effect of motivation on a student's scholastic performance. But before that, let's have our introduction of our host today. So, everyone, introduce yourselves.
Hello, I am your other host. I am Julian Felipe B. Putian. Viren, Juan, may you please introduce yourself?
I'm Brian Tiendichkala Bergasi. Today our topic is motivation.
Hi, and my name is Juan Antonio Lorenzo Pigardose. We are here to present motivation.
All right. After hearing that, let's move on to our next topic. So here we have our literature review. If you're confused on what's happening, this is this stream is a part of a big research paper that we're conducting in our current school year. So if there's abstract, we'll explain it to you quickly so that you're in the loop. As we proceed, there might be some terms, so we'll just explain that too. So here in our literature review, this basically means what is our reason for doing this. So we all know that in 2020 or any in the time of pandemic, especially among students, that research show many people have become lazy or unmotivated. So we, as a researchers, we thought of a way or a good topic that the good topic would be is to research the effect of motivation on students. But as we students ourselves, I'd like to question my fellow hosts if what they feel about motivation.
Yes. Viren, may you give us your opinion on motivation? Don't feel shy
Uh,
using Taglish.
Ah, Feeling ko dun sa motivation is maganda siya pang activities or mga works kasi na-hype kang na-hype mo siyang gawin na may motivation ka like music or tao na nagso-support sa'yo.
all right.
Good answer. Juan, may you give us your idea of what motivation is and what it is to you?
Motivation for me is like psychology state that drives individuals to take action towards achieving a goal or objective. That's it.
Oh,
All right, all right. I think I get what you're saying.
very well.
Mm.
I mean, very good. Uh, in my opinion, motivation is a necessity for us humans because it gives us a drive to do something and to do and have that activity mean something to us. How about you, Sire?
Uh,
I'm
f-
curious on what's your opinion on our beloved motivation.
well, for me personally, I think motivation, as you have all said, is a very core part in our life, not just academic life, but it's really a core part in anything you do because a motivation is the thing that's gonna keep you going, gonna keep you pushing for your goals. So that's my opinion on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. Well said. I really like what you did.
Uh, so within that, our literature review also contains some of the literature that we use in our research. So first we found a literature which explains the meaning of motivation, how motivation affects students, how the lack of motivation can hinder a student's growth, and lastly, our conclusions. This is more on our own part, so we'll just glance over that. So here we say that a lot of factors may affect a student's motivational level, like situations or problems. So it's really important that people know more about motivation and how it affects us and how it affects our schoolwork. Not just schoolwork, but any work that we may do. So going on to the next topic for or the next part is our research questions. Here, while doing this research, we wanted to solve some questions that may be left unanswered to some. So, what does this study aim to identify? This study aims to identify the effects of losing or gaining motivation on a student's scholastic performance. Well, our first research questions are: how important is motivation in the terms of productivity, output, grades, academic skills? Second, what are the problems or challenges a student faces when they experience a loss of motivation in terms of their productivity, output, grades, and academic skills? I think everyone knows what's next is: what are the boosts or benefits a student gains when they experience an increase in motivation in terms of their productivity, output, grades, academic skills? And lastly, productive ways to get motivated and how to cope with the lack of motivation. So that's all in all for our research questions. So as you can see, it's more focused on students because as we are also students. So we'd like to, in a way, help our fellow students by conducting this research. So for others, I'd like to ask you a question. What do you think could be a productive way a person can get motivated?
Ah, that's a good one. Juan, may you give us your uh, answer to such question?
I'm still thinking. Oh, can I just pass it to Ryan first?
All
Oh,
right.
no problem. Let's give Juan a moment first. But Hendrich, may you give us an answer to the question? Your idea of it.
Ano ulit question?
The question was, yung question is, ano sa tingin nyo ang mga productive ways to have
To
motivation?
gain motivation.
Yeah, to gain motivation.
Ano, through family or friends, yung parang hobby mo na like music, ganun. Yes.
So more on hobby and family.
That's nice. Me, I think for us students, I think it's really it would social life can also give you a bit of a motivation to do something. Socializing with your peers, even if it's a challenge, actually I think the challenge gives you more of a gives you an extra boost in your boost on your self esteem, and I think an increase of self esteem can also increase your mo- uh, motivational juice. I think it's also if of course social life is a little bit too busy, you can also do as students a little bit more extra healthy life. Sleep early, uh, do some light workout, or eat healthier. Uh, yeah, shower.
Yeah.
How about you, Sire?
Oh,
What's your answer to our
for
own question?
yeah, for me, I think the most productive way to get motivated is to look at the deadlines. But kidding,
That's good.
but
That's
just
a good one.
Grabing motivation niya.
you're
Di
really
ba
gonna feel
parang ano yun? Di
motivated.
ba pressure yun?
Yeah, pressurely motivated.
Grabe yun ah.
But in all seriousness, I think the most productive way to get motivated is seeing your accomplished work just to do what it's supposed to do and be good at what it's gonna do. You know, like when you pass out a test and you get a good score, that's one of the most productive ways to get motivated.
That's
For
actually
me.
true. Yes, that's a good one to test out your limits and do your best to be motivated by your own accomplishments. How about you, Juan?
Yeah.
You have you gotten an answer? Have
Yeah,
you
I
cracked?
have. Um, by changing your mindset and have courage to yourself. That that's
Short and sweet. I think I get what you're pointing at. Yeah. So I think what you're saying is just to be have more courage in life, and just follow what you think it's good and be motivated.
yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mhm.
Actually,
So before we
Ve-
uh before we
continue.
farther on to our topic, let's go to our next part of our research is the research methods. So I think this part is how we got got the samples, how we made our things, and how we got the answers that we needed. So
Yes, sir.
here, hold on. As I'm thinking, while I'm thinking, how about you three answer a question? What do you think is the best way to get motivated? I mean, productive ways, but the best way for you, your own answer.
Oh, okay. Personal experience. Yeah. Actually, that's a good question. Juan, this is a simple question. May you give us? I'm actually curious on what motivates you personally the best. Like if you're
Uh,
feeling down, like oh ito yun ano, this is gonna motivate me.
Actually, when I'm feeling down, I just ride my bike, go around some places that I don't usually know. Then after that, I listen to music and watch some videos online.
Oh, that's nice. And that's actually really good.
Yeah,
Uh,
a really good
Boosting
answer. I mean,
physical work.
okay, wait. You go.
Oh me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sorry. uh, okay. Viren, may you answer the question?
Hmm? Yes?
Like the
Hello?
question is what motivates you personally? Ano yung best motivational ano?
Hmm, for me, just like I said earlier then, family and friends, yun talaga ang pang motivation talaga.
Ah, that's
For
actually
me.
sweet. How about you,
Mm.
Sar? What's your opinion on their answers?
I think it's good that they have their physical ways or even emotional ways or in a bond way. If I make sense in a bond way where,
Bonding?
like the family one that Virant said,
Yeah.
mm, I think it's a very good motivator. So that's my opinion on what they've said.
I agree with your opinion. Uh, Wait a second. I actually realized I haven't said mine. Oh yeah. So I guess I what motivates me the most would be well like Virant also family and friends and friends that you consider family na din. So all in all family and of course the future motivates me to always uh, do my best because there's no time like the present, So I think you should always try to give effort in life. At least you'll
Yeah.
Have some joy, and always take it easy.
Um,
How about you, sir? What motivates you the most?
I all my grades first. Then yeah, my family also. I think family is an important thing, and it's one of the things that's gonna keep you motivated for as long as you live. Oh, that's
That's
my
true.
opinion on it. Huh?
Achoo.
Right. I think we've got everyone's opinion on that, so let's head on to the research method as we planned. So this research method is on more of basically this is a methodology part of our research. So the research design is with a quantitative approach rather than a qualitative, so we can get the unbiased opinions of people, like since there's many people who would shame the same experience in one classroom, rather have not we'd rather not have that, so that we've had more of a general outlook on our research, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And next is the sampling technique we use. As I've said, we've used the simple sampling, simple random sampling method because its effectiveness is in large people. So it's one of the easiest, one of the most common, one of the most effective when handling a large group of people or respondents.
That's
So
also true.
yeah, I think it's one of the best ones we've used in our research. Here for our research instrument. So for our research instrument, basically, this is how we got our respondents. So to just explain that a bit, we used, I think, yeah, it was Google Forms. We used Google Forms
Yes.
to have to make it more easily accessible for everyone, because at this point in time, everyone uses Google,
Yes.
and everyone has a Gmail account they can log on to, even multiple Gmail accounts they can log on to.
And we can also gather their answers far quicker than usual
Yeah,
and put it
instead,
together.
like instead of waiting in line or waiting outside with a survey form,
Yes.
you could just you could just.
For example, we already know that a good portion of our respondents is 15 to 17, 83.9%.
Yeah,
That would have been hard to accomplish without Google Forms.
yeah, somehow some way that we got 31 respondents. I think it's mostly because we use online. I
Yes.
think that's one of the main reasons that
A
we
great benefits of online
you can gather research
network.
respondents anytime, anywhere. So that's why we used it as our research instrument.
Oh,
So
excuse me.
data gathering procedure. So this is how it went. So after the validation of our research questions or the questionnaires we made for the Google Forms, after the studies participants were identified, meaning after we identified who'd be in the study, which were the students in any range of academics, like uh, college to high school. I think that's the range. So we actually sent 50, but the link of of our survey to 50 potential respondents, and only 31 respondent. That's, to be honest, That's a good answer for only having 50 50 respondents. I honestly thought it would take a lot more. Who else who else thinks that the hardest part here is the searching for respondents part?
I actually, yeah, I would agree on that. I was really worried kung we were gonna reach
The
the
minimum.
required limit
Yeah, the
of
minimum.
respondents. I was actually really grateful that we actually gained 31.
Yeah,
How about you, Byron?
It's hard to find people to answer the form. You need to send them to Gmail. Hard. Hindi naman maraming nagsagot.
I mean,
It's really heartbreaking when you send somebody a Gmail next thing hindi
uh,
nila
and they
you're
just
not gonna answer
they
Spam
don't
mo
just
sa lahat ng DMs.
it.
Chat mo lahat ng kilala mo.
Parang in effort mo yan, you gave effort to the message.
no,
Next they're not
Lahat
gonna
ng mga
respond.
kilala mo.
no. What hurts more is when you answer their form and they don't answer yours in return.
That's a good one.
Betrayal.
But that's
Kaya
That's
di
so
na ako
true.
sumasahod na iba. Di joke.
I feel betrayed when that happens. Imagine me answering your whole form, then you can't answer mine.
Yeah. My gosh.
Dapat hindi ganun. Dapat trade.
Yeah,
Trade.
Full
Gotta
Metal
Wala
Alchemist.
kasing trade
sup-
eh.
support your comrades.
Yeah, be Full Metal Alchemist. Always follow the law of equivalent exchange.
Oh, that great words. That those are great words. That's really good one. How about you, Juan? One.
One. I oh,
I think
hello.
one.
Hello?
Oh, hi,
One.
hi.
Oh, you're there. Hello there. One.
Hi. What
Uh,
was the question
well,
again?
We were talking about ano. Do, do you agree na the one of the actually the hardest thing to do for our research was the finding respondents?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
some
How's your
doesn't
experience on
answer.
ano finding respondents?
It's very hard. 'Cause they just read our form and doesn't even answer it. Or
Oh
some
man,
just doesn't look at it and
did you experience yun ano ba na they send you yon form nila. Next you answer it. Next you send them our form. Next hindi na sasagutin.
that hurts.
Yeah.
yeah,
Minsan, scene.
yeah,
Scene lang
scene lang.
messages mo.
Uh,
Ghosted ka
Not
pa.
fair.
Ghosted pa. Just
after
like
they
Valentine's Day.
Ay, hindi na Valentine's Day pa.
oh wait, we're getting off track.
Off topic.
Okay, let's continue.
Wait.
Uh, Here is the findings and data. So for this part, this really isn't I think would be interesting to the viewers. So but this part is important. So I'll just summarize most of what's inside of it. Uh, so that people can get the gist of it, and if they want more, they can access our research after we've finished it with all the requirements. So here, for number one is just profiling, so that's more on our part than the stream. So we're gonna go past that and go to part two on how important is motivation. How when seeing here, the majority of answers is, or the majority believes that motivation is really a core part of their academic life. Examples being, this is somehow 100%. Do you think motivation can improve your academic skills? 31 out of 31 respondents actually answered yes.
It's actually our 100%.
Yeah, 100%, which is shocking for most of the researchers since you don't really get a 100%. It's more on
Yeah.
99 or
I think
So
it says a lot about motivation
and
for our topic when
yeah,
everyone agrees with it.
yeah, when everyone agrees on a certain topic, it's probably true that, when they possibly have a positive outlook.
Yes.
Okay, the next part of it is, what problems did you experience when you lost motivation? So here I'll just summarize it again. When they when the respondents lost motivation, they all felt, or the majority felt, that their academic skills or academics were being damaged or hindered. Not just their academic skills, but their academic progress were also being hindered. So that's how they feel about losing motivation. Uh, the next part is, this is the part 4. What benefits slash boost did you gain when you were motivated? So this part of the question, the research is asking our respondents if they, mostly it's more on asking the respondents if they actually felt boost on motivation, but I mean boost or experience boost or benefits when they were having motivation, a rise in motivation. How the majority here say that yes, the majority here, or the answers here, say or point to yes, that they experience many benefits or boost when they were motivated to do their work. So for the part 5, the last part is, this is just the respondents' suggestions to increase motivation in classrooms. So here they said entertaining lessons, better guidance, increase positivity in class, proper feedback, and clear and easy to understand lessons. So for the findings and data, that would be the whole part of it. So in glancing over, just giving the summarization of everything. Again, the first part was just profiling. The second part is how important is motivation. In the research, it showed that they really view it as a core part. Second, what are problems they experience? I mean, yeah, third, that would be third, because first part is profiling, second part is importance, then third. Yeah, sorry for that mistake. Third, what problems did you experience when you lose motivation? So here they shared the experience or experiences they had using guided questions and guided answers. And fifth, and fourth, the benefits or boosts, which in the majority shows or points out to that they have had the benefits or experienced benefits. And part 5 is, again, I've said, is the recommendations of students. So that's it for our findings and data. We have now entered the discussion and conclusion phase of our stream. So to finish off our research paper, our conclusion is that our conclusion here is that,
Presented in this chapter.
yeah, presented in this chapter, based on the results answered by 31 respondents, a student motivation generally plays a big role in their academic performance. Motivation gives students grit, and it helps them succeed in facing larger challenges that they may need to overcome. Uh, so that would be our conclusion. While there are some graphs here, which is basically the quantified and summarized data. Yeah,
Yeah.
so now we,
In all of our 31 respondents, mo- I think a really cool thing about it is that when we ask them about their academics, and how if it deteriorates, they never there's no one ever answers no, and it's always been yes or not really. No, no, there is no a solid no, which is really cool.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
yeah, I think it's cool because it actually shows the effect of the losing
Motivation.
motivation. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the others? How do you all feel when you lose motivation? Since we're in the discussion part of our
Stress.
stress. Yeah, increase in stress is common to see.
Stress. And maraming activities na ano, na unfinished. Nagawa, pero unfinished.
True.
Nakalahati. Inantok
Oh,
kasi walang motivation.
making motivation. Making motivation is part of having motivation.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
since
think the process or the feeling of losing motivation is really, you feel kind of lost a bit, feel a little bit
yeah,
angry, then you
uh,
even get a sense of anger, and you just kind of feel a lot of emotions at the same time just because you're lost when you don't have motivation to do things.
yeah, you feel. I think it's lost in a way that you're confused on what to do next, what's happening now, what do I do? So I
Yeah,
think it's just overwhelming stress when you're unmotivated. Oh,
true.
wait. One of our
I
what?
think one of our hosts pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome
Anyway,
back. Welcome back.
welcome back.
My bad.
No
Uh,
problem.
it's all
Well,
right.
while
It's all
you're
right.
back, you give us your experience of losing motivation. Juan.
Um, when I lost motivation, as I
Yeah.
said, I just kept riding my bike until I don't know where I'm going. But
No, no, no. Like, what
oh,
do you feel like when you lose motivation?
sad
Sad.
mostly.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I Losing motivation can lead into depression actually. It's done with research that some people actually drop I mean waste not really waste but drop out of school because the school failed to motivate them.
Yeah,
So it's really important in a student's life that they are motivated to do their work and they feel motivated. Not only
yeah.
not only are they motivated, they feel motivated.
That's true. Well
So,
said.
huh? Wait. So since our discussion, I'd like to know what the other host thinks would be a good takeaway from this stream. I'd like to ask them all. Julian, what do you think would be a great takeaway from this stream?
I think a good takeaway in the stream is that even like it's so cliche, pero even in the darkest times when you feel you're overwhelmed, I think it's important to always try to find the light in the very, very dark tunnel of high school life, you know.
Oh, poetry.
Yeah. How about you, Hendrik?
Hmm? Yes,
What's
yes.
your
Hello?
hello? What's your key takeaway for our audience and for yourself, Shempe?
Um,
What should
find find ways to have motivation or find new things to learn for motivation.
yes, that's nice. How about you, our beloved Juan Lorenzo?
For me, is always focus on yourself and don't uh don't believe in those negative thoughts that people say about you, and just do the things that you love every day until you feel motivated and happy.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
I see.
short and
How about
sweet.
you, Sire?
Well,
What's
just to conclude everything, a great key takeaway from this stream is that you should always try to be motivated. Don't try to focus too much on being negative, and just try to do your best every time you do something. So that would be one of one I think one of the good takeaways you could take from this stream.
That's actually a really sweet takeaway. That's actually good. Nice. Yeah, I think we did.
Okay. To conclude everything, thank you for enjoying, and thank you for entertaining us as we've entertained you. Thank you for
Hopefully,
check.
we've entertained you as much as you've entertained us.
Yeah,
So
yeah, in a way like that. I hope you enjoyed our discussion for this stream, and I hope you all have a great day, night, and just have a good life. That's all. This is Ruta
yeah.
del Sol, and thank you for listening.
Signing